Hello children, in this video we'll understand math activities class 10. Here we have 5 activities. One is related to quadratic equation, second is area of circle, third and fourth related to AP, and the last is Pythagoras theorem verification. So let's begin. First activity is to find the solution of a quadratic equation by method of making complete square. Let given equation is x square plus 6x minus 16 equal to 0. First of all, we'll cut a colored paper of dimension x by x, that is a square of side x. Then cut 3 strips of same color and add to the one side of the square of size 1 unit and x units. These are the rectangular strips. Its length is x and its breadth is 1 unit. So its area is x, the same for the others. Because in the question we have 6x, so cut 3 more strips of the same size and add it to the other side of the square. Its length is x and its breadth is 1 unit. So its area is x. After this, we are adding few squares of side 1 unit to make this a complete square. So we have added 9 squares with area. Now writing this in the form of equation, this is our x square plus 3x for this green strips and plus 9 for these 9 squares of 1 unit, and combinedly they form a square of side x plus 3. So its area is equal to x plus 3 whole square. Solving this, we get x square plus 6x plus 9 equal to x plus 3 whole square. But our question is x square plus 6x minus 16 equal to 0. So we need here minus 16. To do the needful, we need to subtract 25 on both sides. So subtracting 25 on both sides, we get x square plus 6x minus 16. And on this side, we have written x plus 3 whole square as it is and 25 as 5 square. Writing equation as it is, this side we use the identity a square minus b square, which is a minus b into a plus b, which is equal to x minus 2 and x plus 8. Given is x square plus 6x minus 16 equal to 0. This is our given equation. So in place of this, we have written x minus 2 into x plus 8 equal to 0. Either x minus 2 is 0 or x plus 8 is 0. Solving this, x equal to 2 or x equal to minus 8. So this is how we can solve quadratic equation by method of making complete square. Next part is we are given quadratic equation x square minus 10x minus 11 equal to 0. So here we have minus of something. So what we do, we'll take a square of side x. Because minus is here, so we have to subtract some area that is generally equal to half of this coefficient of x. So we have split it like this. The whole square with side x, we split into these parts, that 5 strips of length x, because this length is equal to length of the square and this side is equal to 1 unit, so that whole area is equal to x, and combinedly area of these 5 strips equal to 5x. From the total x, if we subtract these 5 units, we are left with the side x minus 5. Same on this side, so this length remaining is x minus 5. So area of square is, this part is x minus 5 whole square. This is the area of each strip. Now writing in equation, from this whole square, that is x square, we have to subtract 5x. So this area is equal to 5x, these 5 strips. So we subtract these 5 strips. Again we have to subtract 5x, but here we don't have 5x because this length is not equal to x. X is this much length and this is only x minus 5, and we need to subtract another 5x to get minus 10x. So for that, what we do, we'll fill this region so that the area of these 5 strips becomes 5x. So just added few squares of side 1 unit so that the length of this whole strip is equal to x. Same with the other strips, and the combined area of these 5 strips is now 5x. So we have added 25 squares. So we'll add 25 over here. Now as we have added these 25 squares and this area is now 5x, so we can subtract it. So subtracting from the equation, and we are left with a square of side x minus 5. So its area is x minus 5 whole square. On solving, we get x square minus 10x plus 25 equal to x minus 5 whole square. But in the given equation, x square minus 10x minus 11 is there. So to make this minus 11, we need to subtract 36. So subtracting 36 on both sides, we get x square minus 10x plus 25 minus 36 equal to x minus 5 whole square minus 36. On solving, we get x square minus 10x minus 11, and on right hand side we have x minus 5 whole square minus 6 square. Keeping this equation as it is, here we have used identity, that is a square minus b square, which is equal to a minus b into a plus b. Solving this, we get x minus 11 into x plus 1, and we are given this equation equal to 0. Replacing with the right hand side, that is x minus 11 into x plus 1 equal to 0. Either x minus 11 is 0 or x plus 1 is 0. Solving this, x equal to 11 or x equal to minus 1 is the answer. Next activity is to verify if a given sequence is an AP or not by the method of paper cutting and pasting method. To verify this, we'll take a square graph paper with each side of the square is equal to 1 unit. And let sequence to be examined is 2, 5, 8, 11 and so on. Here we'll cut colored papers equal to 2 squares, 5 squares, 8 squares and 11 squares and paste it on these squares like this. 2, this is 5, 8 and this represent 11 squares. So these colors are representing terms. This is first term, second term, third term and fourth term and so on. So now how to check whether this sequence is an AP or not. Let us check the difference between the heights of these two consecutive terms or these two consecutive strips of different colors. The difference of height in first and second is equal to 3. In second and third, the difference of height is also 3. In third and fourth, again the difference of height is 3. So in each case the difference of height is same. So we can say this sequence is an AP. Again taking a squared graph sheet with the length of the every square equal to 1 unit. Let the sequence to be examined is 2, 4, 7, 11. Again cut the colored papers equal to the length of 2 squares, 4 squares, 7 and 11 squares and paste it on this graph sheet. This represents the first term 2, this is 4, second term, third term equal to 7 and fourth term equal to 11. Now again we'll check whether it's in an AP or not by checking the difference in the height of these consecutive strips. In the second and first there is difference in height equal to 2. In third and second difference of height is 3. And in fourth and third difference of height is 4 squares. So which is not same. So we can say this sequence is not an AP. Next we have to verify graphically sum of first n natural numbers is equal to n into n plus 1 by 2. Let us verify for first 10 natural numbers, that is for 1 plus 2 up to 10, and we'll verify it is equal to 10 into 10 plus 1 by 2 equal to 55 or not by putting n is equal to 10 here. To verify this, we'll take a square graph sheet with each side of a square is equal to 1 unit. Because we have taken only 10 natural numbers, so horizontally we'll take 10 squares and vertically we'll take 11 squares. Let's verify. Total area of these squares is equal to 10 because we have 10 horizontal squares into 11, that is number of vertical squares. So we have total 110 squares. So area we can write equal to 110. Now cut the colored paper equal to the length of these numbers, that is which is covering 1 square, 2 squares, 3 squares and so on till 10 squares, and paste it on this square graph sheet like this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. So these represents our terms, that is natural numbers 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 up to 10. As you can see, these colored squares are covering exactly half of the area of this total squared graph sheet. Just see. Therefore, area of colored squares is equal to 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 up to 10, and this is the half of the area of all the squares present in this squared graph sheet, which is equal to 110 by 2, that is 55. So it is verified. Next activity is to obtain the formula that area of circle is half the product of its circumference and radius. Here we have taken a circle and divided it into various sectors and arranged these sectors in the form of a rectangle. Again, have a look. Just we divided the circle into various sectors and arranged in such a form that it forms a rectangle. So area of rectangle should be equal to area of circle. As you can see, these sectors are half towards this side and half towards this side. That is, the length of rectangle is equal to half of the sectors, that is half of the circumference of the circle, that is equal to pi r. And the breadth of the rectangle is equal to radius of the circle. As we know, the area of rectangle is equal to length into breadth. So length is pi r and breadth is r. So area of circle is equal to pi r square. Last activity is to find Pythagoras theorem by paper folding, cutting and pasting method. So first of all, take a right angle triangle with sides ABC, where C is hypotenuse and AB are the other two sides. After this, cut few squares of different colored papers of sides A, B, C like this and arrange them in this form. After this, on this square with side B, join these diagonally endpoints and these also. Let the point of intersection is O. Now draw a line parallel to the side of this square with side C passing through O, and a line perpendicular to this red line passing through O, and cut this square with side B through these red lines. Now take this green square with side A and paste it in the middle of this square with side C like this, and take these four parts from this square of side B and place them on the square with side C such that this yellow portion gets fully covered by this blue part. Here, just like this. So what we have learned through this, that this square which was yellow had an area is equal to C square because its side is C, and it is fully covered by two squares, one with side B and one with side A. So we can write this area C square is equal to B square plus A square, which is nothing but our Pythagoras theorem, because C is our hypotenuse and other two sides are our perpendicular and base. So hypotenuse square is equal to perpendicular square plus base square, that is Pythagoras theorem has been verified. I hope you understood all the activities. Thank you for watching.